Hi everybody, continue with Tikkunei Zohar. I'm teaching from Matok Midvash. I'm going to read first the Aramaic to connect to it again. בראשית בית ראשית נקודה בהחלה והיא נקודה עם מחשבה סתימה. הדקה היא אליהו, זה בא לגבי רבי שמעון, אמר לרבי רבי, והבית פתיחה היא, אם כן במה היא מחשבה סתימה בה, אלא בריש אורמנותה דמלכה, בוצינה דקרדינותה, כאן בנדית בשיחה. האי נקודה נפיק בינה קו, סתים נתוזה עם מחשבה ככוונה דה, מם. כאן מידה היא מם, סתימה, וכאן התפשט קו דה יו וו, מן המידה היא התפתחת ותדת בית, ודה בראשית בית, ראשית נקודה בהחלה. And of course, this is the fifth tikkun of Tikkunei Zohar. There are 70 tikkunim, and we are here to explain, of course, the word bereshit as we do every time. So bereshit, nutrikan bet reshit. If you take the word bereshit, meaning in the beginning, which is the first words of the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, the first book of the 5 books of Moses, what you're going to get, you're going to get bet reshit, the letter bet, and then reshit. Reshit means the beginning. Dainu nekuda be'echala, meaning a dot within the chamber. But what does that mean? Reshit היא החוכמה שהיא יוד. Reshit, what is reshit? What is reshit mean? The beginning. But what does it mean? היא החוכמה, we call it חוכמה in Kabbalah, which is yud. Why is חוכמה yud? Because if you take the 4 letters of the name of God, תתת שגמתא, דיוד כו"ק, יוד is חוכמה, A is בינה, ו' זעיר אנפין, A is מלכות. והיא נקודה ומולבשת בבינה. Where is that manifest? Because in Kabbalah there is light and there is levushim, clothing. What is the clothing of חוכמה? בינה. שהיא בית. So now, what is dressing that energy that called חוכמה? The letter bet. כי הבית של בראשית היא דגושה. Tell us, מתוק מדבש, because the way you pronounce the letter bet, you more emphasize בראשית. It's not בראשית, בראשית. So היא דגושה. הוא מפרש. והיא נקודה היא מחשבה סתימה. כי חוכמה היא סתימה ונעלמה מעין כל חי. So where is the חוכמה in the be? The חוכמה is not revealed to the eyes. It's the energy that comes before the letter bet. You get it? So before the letter bet, you have energy. So what is the bet? Is the binah that holding the energy that exists. Edachia Eliyahu is the man legabeh. We studied last time from the Sulam, from the Malot Sulam Rabbandan. Now we're teaching it from Matok Midvash. Eliyahu Navi arrived. All this taking place where? In the cave in the Peki'in. The cave of the Peki'in, who is come to visit Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Lazar? Only Eliyahu Navi, some say Achia Sheloni, and Moshe Rabbeinu. For that reason, whoever read Tikkunei Zohar, מסוגל, it's tremendous. הזדמן לגבי רבי שמעון, בא להקשות על דבריו. He came to make it difficult for Rabbi Shimon. And of course you're asking, why does he have to make it difficult? Is it not enough that Rabbi Shimon is in the cave and in the problem and no food that are running from the Roman? It's so beautiful, you know. When you love somebody, sometimes you're causing them a certain problem and you create argument that they don't even know what problem they are in. But the truth of the matter is, Rabbi Shimon was never in a problem. When you elevate your spirit to such a level, you don't even know that your body is suffering. Those of you know Rav Zusha's story and all this and that. So he'd say, what was the kushya? Amar Rabbi Shimon Kara Rabbi. First, the way Eliyahu Navi was talking to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he called him my teacher, Rabbi. Can you imagine Eliyahu Navi, Elisha the prophet, calling Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Rabbi? והבית תחיו, עוד בית תוכה מרוח אחד. He said, you said that the bet is basically stima, meaning there is no way that it can reveal the light that is chokhmah. And because of it, it has to be ot stima. The letter represents, what is the letter? They are merkavot, they are chariot that carry the energy within it. That's why when you speak, your words is not, the point is what you meant. If what you meant is very positive, and then the words come with that, then it's going to be good. Because that's the words is positive and the energy is positive. Some people have negative energy and positive word. Those words will not make an effect. Some people have bad words but positive energy. That also has no meaning. You have to first fix your intention, something people cannot see, and then put it into words, because those words will become merkavot, they carry the energy. So here it's a Eliyahu Navi said to Rabbi Shimon, Bet ptucha. But you said it's tima, because chokhmah it's tima. The light of wisdom, the chokhmah, is satum, is concealed. But we know that the first letter of the Bereshit is bet. Now the way you shape the letter bet, if you put the ink, is open on one side. It's closed 3 levels, but the left side is open. Why are you saying it's concealed and it's that, Rabbi Shimon Bar? How can you say that the light of wisdom is concealed within the letter bet, which is bina? How can you say that? It's open. One line of the letter bet is open. And actually, Eliyahu Navi asked Rabbi Shimon the question, and he's actually answering if I'm understanding it correct. And Eliyahu Navi also answering his own question. Let me see the Aramaic. Yeah, he answering his own question. ואליהו מתרצה בעצמו וכאמר, אלא בריש אורמנותה דמלכה. בתחילה ייקח הרימון ורשות מהקדוש ברוך הוא שיוכל לפרש סוד זה. I said to him, I'm asking you a question, and I also want to answer that question. What's the point here? מה הנקודה? What's the idea? When people meet people that get excited about something and study, you get excited to give them the answer. You get excited to study with them. There is a joy that we cannot even explain. So Eliyahu Navi, Elijah the prophet, was an angel, come to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, said to him, hey, how come you said it's tima when it's a bet megula? Which means he agreed with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, but he want to make it Rabbi Shimon more right than Rabbi Shimon is. And for that reason, he gave him also the answer. But before he give the answer, what he say? I have to ask permission from God. I want to give you the answer, but I have to ask permission from God. I have to reveal that to you, because this is a wonder and it's concealed. Umagdim, ki butzina de kardinuta. What is butzina de kardinuta? Butzina mean light. Kardinuta mean when you hit something, let's say if I hit a hammer on the rock, there is a spark that come out. So that's physically what it means butzina de kardinuta. But we don't talk about physical things here. What is butzina de kardinuta? Said to us Matok Midvash, Agvura de Atik. We know there is something called Atik Yomin. We don't fully understand that, but there is something called Atik related to Keter. Yes, there is Atik Yomin. Okay, Atik Akadisha. Then Atzilut, v'chule v'chule. Gvura de Atik. So the first Gvura, if you take the first Partzuf, the first system is Atik. In that system there is Gvura. המולבשת במם סתימה דאריך אנפין. Where is that גבורה going? It's מולבש. It's have to have, as I said before, clothing that's called mem stimia. How do you look at mem? Those of you who know the Hebrew letter, there is mem patiach, regular mem, and there is mem sagur. Mem sagur is look like square, and that square it's mem, but you put it in the end of the letter. Before the golden calf, the sin, it was 27 letters to the Hebrew letter, but we lost 5. We have 22. What was the 5 letter we lost? It's called mantzapach. Mantzapach is the 5 final Hebrew letter. Mem sofit, last mem. Nun sofit, last nun. Tzadik sofit, last tzadik. Pei sofit, last when you write pei in the end of the word. And kaf in the end. So if you take the letter mem, it looks like a square. המלובשת במם סופית דאריך אנפין. So how do you take the gvura of a tik? What is it dressed with? It go to the mem sofit. This is what holding it. כת מדית משיכה, כשמדד במידה כמה שפע להשפיע שיכולו תחתון לסבלו. Why you have to lock it in something look like square? So we will be able to handle that light, because think about it. If the whole blessing will come in one shot, it's no longer a blessing. You cannot handle all the blessing. If I'm going to pour on you all the blessing that you're supposed to receive this lifetime, next lifetime, everything on you, לא יכול לסובלו, you cannot handle it. אז האי נקודה החוכמה דאריך אנפין, נפיק מינה. So what happened? The חוכמה, the level of חוכמה, we keep talking about it, נפיק מינה, קו יצא מבינה בקו המידה, ניצול של גבורה, יצא גבורה דעתיק ונתלבש של גז בין דבינה. Then that light that coming from above is going through חוכמה, and it dressing within בינה, like we say before the letter בראשית, okay? תלבש של גז במאי בינה שהוא שורש כל הגבורות. What is בינה? Where is it? Left column. Left column represents all the גבורות, but not the גבורות of below only, the first גבורה that come from above. So now, there is a line, try to imagine that there is a line, not physical line of light, coming from Gvura of Atik, that we call it light of wisdom, and that's going to Bina. And it's capturing that machine and that filter that it will give us enough light that we can handle. Because if we take the word Bereshit before the letter Bet, we cannot handle that light. So the letter Bet of Bereshit is almost like filtering all the light, that it will come a certain amount of light, which will be enough for us, that we can handle. The Satima היא מחשבה. גבורות. Tell us, מתוק בדבש, and this is block the מחשבה, the thought, but it doesn't mean a thought. מחשבה. גבורות. This is the 5 גבורות, 5 judgment. שניצוץ הזה היה קודם יציאתו סותם את המוחה, ואז המם סופית, כגוונה דה מם, היינו סמך סתומה. So, in the beginning, it was total block. In the beginning, so that light will not come down to crush us. הוא מפרש יותר בקדמיה. קודם שיצא ניצוץ, מם סתמה, היה מם סופית סגור בכל צד כמו סדך סתומה. In the beginning, before the light came down, before the תיקונים, before everything that take place, the letter mem in the beginning block all the light that can come out. וכאן פשוט קו דאימה מן המידה. And it was spreading a line. How is a line look like the letter Vav? להתפשט ויצא ניצוץ מהגבורה דעתיק, and that light came from גבורה of עתיק, okay? שבתוך מם סופית, ושם מבחינת עוד וו, שהיא כן וו. So that light that come from above, from a place called עתיק, which is a place that there is no limitation, it went into the mem, it went into that mem סופית, a block, try to think of it like a box. היא התפתחת, הסמך הסתומה ודעתית בה ונעשה עוד בית. Now what happened? You take the letter mem and you break an opening there, so that will be mashpia, that will be influence the rest of the world. What do you do when you cut one wall of the letter mem? You get bet. So the letter bet, if you look at the letter bet, those of you know the shape, it's a mem without the block there. ודע בראשית, now say Eliyahu Navi, in the name of God to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That's our בראשית. You want to know the name בראשית? Say Eliyahu Navi. Of course, no problem. The bet was a mem that become a bet. שהיא נתרקן bet ראשית. הבet הוא המם הנקרא ראשית. You want to know what was the bet before? It was mem. So it's almost like we're saying, bet was Reshit Mem. Bereshit. Bet was first Mem, but we have to be mashpia some light with a certain limitation so it doesn't burn us. נקודה בהיכלה, היינו הקו שהוא הניצוץ שהיה כן הנקודה במם סופית שהוא היכלו. Say Eliyahu Navi, so this light that coming from גבורה דעתיק all the way, capturing the mem, then create an opening so we can enjoy that. וכד האם הם סתמיה המם סופית, יהיו מם רבתה. על זה רומזת הסמך הגדולה, שבפסוק הוא למרבה המשרה. It say there is a פסוק in ישעיהו, הפסוק in ישעיהו in Isaiah, there's a weird things happening there. in ישעיהו. ישעיהו, chapter 9, verse 6. There is ישעיהו, and there is a weird things happening there. What's so weird? That all of a sudden there is a mem sofit, like mem that's supposed to appear in the end of the words, appear in the middle. And we know Isaiah was a prophet. Why would he put it in the middle? ולמרבה המשרה. Okay? By the way, those of you who want to know, said to us מתוק מדבש, למרבה בגימטריה עזר או זרע. בהוא יאכל זרע זרעין לתיקונה דילה, משאר בבחינת התיקון, עם אותיות והמילה ודם מם רבתי. It tells us this pasuk of Yeshayahu, just before we going in to explain, it's a pasuk with sgulot. It's have a lot of power in it. Those of you saying it. Remember, Isaiah 9 verse 6. So in the middle of the word, they put the letter mem sofit. Doesn't make sense. Ulemarbe, it's supposed to be regular mem. Lechtova samech stuma. You have to write it satum. You have to write it square. Doesn't make sense. ואת עבדת עסקה, ונעשה שם כן טבעת מרובעת. When you look at it, it look like a ring. Look like a ring. The ring look like square. ורוצה לומר שהמם סופית נחלק לדלת מוחין. The mem, if you look at it, is as for a wall. חוכמה ובינה, וחסד וגבורה. והם קניין דלת ווים. You have to meditate when you look at that square, it's 4 וו. ומתחברים ונעשים סמך סתומה, they look like סמך, you know, or מם סופית, ובגינה את מה שאומר החתן לגבי כלה, תהי לי מקודשת בטבעת זו. And also when people get married, they have to buy a ring that look like square, it look like the letter mem. They have to think, the khatan, when you give the tabat, you have to give a mem to the kala. Why? שצורתם מם. רוצה לומר שזו הייתה קידושים הראשונים שהייתה בעולם האצילות. The reason he give mem, he tried to tell her, I'm not marry you. Why does he give her bet? He said, no, I marry you like the original mem, like be'echala. I'm giving you echala, kala, not going to the details. So I'm giving you the original light that I want to give you. שהכתר דאריך הדפין שהוא בחינת זכר מתייחד עם המם שהוא בחינת נקבה אליו. So when the khatan give the ring, there is no point for the kala to give it to the man. I mean, people like to do it, but I'm sorry to disappoint you. Save some money. You don't have to give to the man. Only a man give to the woman, because the man is zachar, is a male, is giving the light of keter, which is a male light, or chokhmah, and give to the bina, which is a nukva, which is the nekeva. And through the nekeva, if the man meditate, she getting all the light all the way from Atzilut, from Atika. The original light is tremendous. Doing the chuppah, tremendous, tremendous. Those of you who didn't do chuppah right, it's always good if the rabbi agree to do it again, so you can do this kavanot. כדי להתחיל תיקון העולמות, ואז עדיין המם סופית היה בסוד טבעת כאין סדך סתומה. And before that, as we know, before בראשית, it was all concealed. בנת מה לעשות זיווג זה, דקטר הוא מם סופית, חוטרה בגולמה, סוד התפשטות היסוד דקטר, בהלם שהוא כאין מטה, והוא עדיין כגולם בלי צורה. is to show that when he give the ring, he give her a light to his wife without shape, without nothing. She will make something out of it. נעוץ בעוסקה, היה נעוץ ביסוד דמם סופית שהוא כאין טבעת כנל. והיא לא חיבר ולא סומק ולא הוקם ולא ירוק ולא גברגן. כי בחוכמה בינה וחסד גבוהות האצילות אפשר לייחס גוונים הללו, אבל לא במקום גבוה ומזל. And it's not supposed to be special ring. Why it's not supposed to be a ring, a diamond and all this and that? Because in עולם האצילות, in the עולם העתיקה, there is no shape. There is no צבעים, there is no color, there is nothing going on there. There is nothing happening there. So less is more. When you give the ring, it has to be less. Less. Because if you more physicality, it doesn't have it. וכעת התפשט להנהרה וכשיצא עוד יוד מהאוויר שהוא סוד יוד אבא. When you take the letter יוד from the word אוויר, what do you get? You get אור, right? What is the יוד? יוד is אבא, חוכמה. וכן הניצוץ יצא ממם סופית. When you get the ניצוץ בסוד אימא, אז היא התעבדת גבנין להנהרה, רצו לומר כבר להביא בעורכים שלא ימכנו את גבנין שהיו לתחתונים. Then you can actually talk about גבנין. There is no color after this. For that reason, בראשית ברא אלוקים את השמיים ואת הארץ. Then you have שמיים, הארץ וכו' וכו'. But what happened before the letter bet? It was mem first. So it will be concealed, and that's why, you know, before the bet, before all of it, before the tzimtzumim, it was all the chokhmah was captured within the mem. I think it's a tremendous limud, and I hope it finds you well. Thank you. תודה רבה.